episode number 87 of The Land. My name is Ian.
I'm Rob.
I'm Derek.
We got a lot of shit to talk about. First, we'll cover some news. Have you guys seen the leaks of Khamazat's coach? He put on his story of doing some homework on Khamazat's next opponent, and it's like he's watching a fight, but he kind of like goes over it to try and hide as much as possible from the fight. But people are already like breaking down like what fighters it could possibly be. They grab the same exact screen grab, and it looks like it's Jared Cannonier, which is kind of cool because Jared, he did say like, give me the money and I'll fight him. I'll fight anyone.
Yep.
But mainly he wants that title fight. But thoughts on Khamazat versus Jared Cannonier?
I love that fight. I think that's the perfect fight for Khamazat. Keep him out of 170. Give him a top 5 185 guy. See how he does. I don't think he's going to be doing the same shit that he was doing with Gilbert against fucking a true 185er like Jared Cannonier. But I think that'd be a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, bro, for me, it's like Khamazat at middleweight. I just want to see him fight. That's all I want to see.
Like, doesn't matter who it is.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, even Khamazat, like, I'd watch Khamazat versus Sean Strickland. I think that would be dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can match anyone. But just seeing a nice, healthy Khamazat in the ring, in the octagon, would be just fucking finally, right?
I don't think I like that fight.
Kevin Lee tweeted out that he is going to retire, possibly. At 31 years old, you think that's a smart move?
For Kevin Lee, yes. I think he should still be involved with the sport if he still wants to be.
Right.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with a martial artist retiring early because they don't see their career going the way they want to. You know what I mean? Because where does Kevin Lee really go from here? At this point, he's kind of like a name. He could still fight like younger, up and coming guys. Maybe he beats a couple of them. You know what I mean? Right. But he's not happy with where his career is going. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that's a young age for a fighter, but for some people it doesn't go their way and they realize it, and some people are like Brian Stan where they think like far in the future how it's going to affect him and his family. So I respect it. I honestly think he should probably just compete in like the invitationals, dude. Just do grappling. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you still kind of get that same competitive feeling. Kind of like Paul Felder, how he does marathons now. Triathlons or whatever.
Competitive grappling is on the rise now more than ever, you know what I mean? Especially with like all these new like bigger like NCAA wrestling names like throwing their hat in the ring. I think that'd be a good place for Kevin Lee to go.
Yeah. He could even fucking join the WWE, bro.
He could, dude.
I'm sure he could. Yeah, I mean, who am I to say what he should do or not do? I think it would have been cool if he did take easier fights so that he can get that just get motivated again, to feel good about himself, to get kind of like easy fights where he can, there's a big advantage for him to win. But he does what he has to do. I'm sure he and Keith Lee are talking about doing something. I'm sure Keith Lee is not letting Kevin just hang out to dry. It's a family business. Speaking of Keith Lee, have you guys heard about the little controversy? Some stories growing up.
I've seen that.
It's they had a video, right? Him and the wife, where they're kind of talking about how they met.
Yeah, Keith Lee's on a podcast and he's talking about how they met and how the history of their relationship and stuff like that. And the thing is, like, Keith Lee was saying all this stuff, and like I was hearing him talk, and like I was like, damn, Like I did just like the I had the same thoughts when I was that age. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you're a young dude, like you do stupid stuff, you think stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Nothing like crazy out of the ordinary. It's just because he's such like a public figure. He's saying these things out loud. People are
Right.
gonna try to crucify him for it.
Yeah. Crazy. So he did cheat, or like even the wife
So
cheated on her boyfriend at the
the
time
person she was with,
to
yeah,
Keith Lee, and then yeah. So I mean, it's crazy how people still think that there are still perfect human beings.
yeah. The
You know?
crazier thing was like the birth control thing about him. Like she wanted to leave him. He intentionally like threw out her birth control to get her
Yeah.
pregnant and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I'm not saying I've done that, bro, but when I was younger, bro, I've had you have thoughts like that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. It's whatever, bro.
It's just locker room talk. Rob, you gotta walk us through this Wanderlei boxing fight that you're talking about.
It's so random. It's just that he's gonna compete in an exhibition match in Sao Paulo in November. It's at a bodybuilding like convention, and he's gonna be fighting one of the bodybuilders there. So
Oh,
yeah,
good for him, bro. That's where it's like, bringing back to Kevin, it's like, does he keep fighting and ruin his health over time where he just doesn't know what to do? Where some of these
Yeah.
fighters are stuck, like, going through the motions because that's all they've known.
Yeah, at this point, like, what I bet the fighter are thinking, like, what do the fans want them to do? You know what I mean? We, like, bitch and complain about guys like Diego Sanchez and Frankie Edgar, like, fighting way past, like, when they should have retired.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Lee's trying to retire early, and people are kind of trashing him
Or
for
like,
it. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, same thing with Habib, where it's like he retires when he's champ.
yeah.
Are we supposed to hate him for not fighting till he loses and then his health
Right.
degrades, or what? But it just
Like,
leaves that big what if.
do we have, like, a fighter in mind that, like, retired at the perfect time?
I
You know
would
what I
say
mean?
Habib.
Habib?
Yeah.
I, yeah, I'm not gonna. Maybe a little early, but
I
whatever.
don't know who else though. GSP maybe.
GSP, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Retired
Yeah.
at the perfect time. I like
Yeah.
that. Right after the Johnny Hendricks fight, I was like, "Good call, brother."
Right.
And then come back win another title. That was nice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But after the Johnny Hendricks fight,
Yeah.
good call, brother.
And then Charles Oliveira. He stated that he's not ready to fight Islam in, what was that, October? Was the Abu Dhabi card?
yeah,
Yeah.
24.
I wonder if they have Islam wait. I wonder if he just fights the
No.
next man up.
I think the UFC will find a fight for Islam. Abu Dhabi cards are made for, the Dagestani superstar, whoever they're. I mean, all the Dagestani superstars,
Right.
and Islam is that guy right now. They will find a fight for him. You know what I mean? Off the top of my head, I can't think of who, but
Yeah, I wonder who it's gonna be.
Right.
Man.
should throw.
I mean, they got the winner of Dustin versus Justin or
Throw
Chandler.
Patty Pimblett in there, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but besides that, you think they would do like Arman Sarukian versus Islam?
Dude, I like Chandler. If he's not going to fight Connor until the end of the year, I like Chandler.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it, bro.
That's crazy. That's so weird, man. Because obviously, I mean, Michael Chandler's what, like 1 in 3
1 in 3,
in
one
the
in 4,
UFC.
yeah.
So it's like, it's
But
crazy.
given he's a tough competition.
Yeah.
Crazy
It
things happen.
still makes sense, yeah. All right. UFC 290 was this past weekend, and we got one of the best cards in a while that we have seen from top to bottom. Jesus Aguilar gets a gnarly first round knockout finish. Cameron Simon, first round TKO. Vitor Petrino, submission third round. That's just the early prelims. Denise Gomez gets it done in the first round too with a crazy knockout. Tatsuro gets a grindy finish. That fight was hilarious because Herb Dean was like, Edgar, get your toes out the cage. Get your toes out. So has toes in, and then Tatsuro hits him with these elbows, dude. And he's like, no, 12-6. And Tatsuro was like, and then our prelim bout of the night was Robbie Lawler's final performance. Gets the knockout finish first round. That was crazy, dude. I can't believe that shit.
I can't believe the part. It was perfect. It was everything about it was perfect, bro. But I can't believe mid interview they throw the highlights up there, bro. They threw the highlights.
Yeah,
that would have been nice, like before the fight or maybe like a little bit after. But to be interviewing a dude and to just sum up his entire life's work, like the second he retires, and make him watch it. Oh, that had to be.
And brutal. They had the reaction cam too, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a cameraman right here. Like, that's brutal.
It's just sinking in, dude. You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. I believe Robbie told Danny, is like, I kind of want to fight again. And I see it because maybe he anticipated a war where it's like, damn, that was a good 15 minutes. Glad I won, but glad I'm also hanging up the gloves.
There's not a fighter alive that has ever won a fight and not wanted to fight again.
Right. Yeah.
You literally have to. It's like an addiction, bro. You have to like.
You're chasing
tell yourself
that high.
You're done. Like you have to like look yourself in the mirror and be like, you are done. Yeah. Because as soon as you win, like you're, especially a win like that, Robbie probably would have wanted to fight again that night. You know what I mean? I was thinking when I watched that, like, kind of bittersweet, bro. Because like, I don't know, like your last fight is like a real quick knockout. It's almost like a career that's been defined by like all these wars, like all this violence. It's like your last day. It's like you going to the office. Your last day is like a half day. It's kind of weird, bro.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm seeing right now that PFL just hired USADA.
Oh.
To run its anti-doping. So.
Fine,
dude. Who's the heavyweight champ, bro? He's about to be. I think he's like a New Zealand guy, Australia guy. He's about to
shrink like Vitor, bro.
They're knocking on his door right now as we speak, bro.
Rob, your thoughts on Robbie Lawler's career?
Man, I spoke before. It's been an honor, and for him to end it like that, it was a dirty clinch, and that DC's commentating too. Like DC is all about that shit too. So, yeah, it's bittersweet, man, and I get it. Him having that high which just made him want to fight again, bro. It's just, man, it's so hard. I'm glad it went out like that. Fucking sorry for Niko Price, but man, he fucking
yeah. I mean, just thank God that it wasn't on the opposite end, because that would have hurt even more. And imagine they still play the fucking highlights. All the dudes concussed. In the main card.
Before the main card, can we talk about was it Menifield where Jimmy Crute started taking his gloves off?
Oh. Man, there it is.
After the submission?
After the submission, Jimmy started ripping his gloves off, and Pat Barry's like, "Look what you did! He's taking his fucking gloves off right now."
Oh, damn!
Yeah, I thought that was gnarly.
But I mean, even like
minors at Barry.
God damn.
But it's not like it's a sign of retirement, right?
It's not.
Like, that's just what fighters do sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I think right.
It was kind of crazy. Like, I didn't expect Menifield to. I just didn't expect him to win. I thought Crute was just gonna grapple with him because he was doing really well that first match that they had, but Alonzo Menifield's a big boy. Middleweight bout, Bo Nickal gets it done by KO, I would say, against Val Woodburn. I can't believe that. Like, it looked good for a little bit. Val defended the takedown. He hit him with a good punch. But I just can't believe that Bo was able to get in that hook.
I mean, the thing is like, what did people expect? I feel like a lot of people that watch MMA don't. It's like they separate the whole concept of MMA. You know what I mean? Like they think because the second a good wrestler knocks somebody out, that makes them an amazing striker.
Right.
The threat of the wrestling is what opens up the striking, and you see it. Bo he's jab stepping for a single leg, and he comes up and just throws a check hook and wobbles Val. You know what I mean? Bo is getting these knockouts. You know what I mean? Is he a great striker? No, but you know what I mean. The wrestling is so good that it's setting up the striking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna keep getting better. He's gonna keep fighting better competition. It just sucks that I really like to see him against Tresean Gore, but I mean we'll see him fight better competition soon anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked good though for the short time that he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looked good, and the way he was throwing the jabs, bro, he was like way out as he was coming in for those. Like, I wonder how that would have been with Tresean. Like, you could tell they trained that for Gore, because Gore likes to fucking stay in that pocket and just fucking swing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It just like it looked like an amateur fighter in there with I don't even know what to say about this, man.
We'll see him again. We'll see him fight better competition.
I mean, that's all I can do is just hope they do get Bo Nickal someone great, you know, someone that can really put him to the test. I'm not doubting Bo, but I just like to see like higher level competition against Bo. That's it.
And I'm not saying throw him against no top 15 either.
Yeah,
but the thing is like just get him somebody where he can work on those things, you know.
Right.
Maybe get him a guy with great takedown defense, so it forces him to work on his striking a little bit, or work on like his takedowns against the cage a little bit. You know what I mean? It's same thing like they do in boxing. They get a guy with a fighter has bad jab defense. They give him to fight a guy with a really great jab. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A guy that's up and coming, but
anyone to put up with his takedowns, and just to get Bo himself just thinking like, oh fuck, like what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
So I'm using this website that kind of ranks every fighter in the middleweight or all the divisions in the UFC. It's not updated yet, but Bo Nickal is in the same area as people like Chidi Njokuani, Eric Anders, Roman Kopylov, Phil Haas. So I think those are all perfect fights for him. He should be fighting those names. I agree with you guys. Top 15 does not make sense at all. Like, top 15 right now is like Brendan Allen, Chris Curtis, Imavov, Gastelum, Hermanson. So
give me at least two more outside the top 15, and if he's still performing the way he's performing, bro, let him have at it, dog.
Yeah, I agree. He could fight Fluffy end of the year card. I think he should fight end of the year, and I'm sure Dana White wants that. He's just gonna keep putting him on big pay-per-view cards too. So
yeah, Bo Nickal's the guy that Dana's gonna be pushing for the next couple of years, man.
Easily. Our lightweight fight, Jalin Turner versus Dan Hooker, a crazy striking war. But Dan Hooker gets it done. Crazy fight. Crazy back and forth, but Dan Hooker it's that Charles Du Bronx hair, the leg tattoos, the mana. What do you
Too
guys
much
think about
mana,
that
bro.
fight?
Man, I might. I think Moreno versus Pantoja was fight of the night, but I had more fun watching this fight than I did Moreno. This is the one that had me like jumping out of my chair, like, oh my god, dude. A lot of people are talking about like, I mean, of course, like Dan Hooker kind of almost stopping like Jalen Turner in the second, you know what I mean, or winning the third, bro. But and then breaking his arm, breaking his orbital. But dude, when he took that first head kick, there's no way. There is no way. Like the guy is crazy. Uh, just the sound. It sounded like a goddamn M80 went off,
It
dude.
was so
Two
fucking
bricks.
clean, dude.
Dude,
Clean.
I'm surprised Jalen didn't break his leg on Dan's head, bro. That was brutal. And to fight and win a fight with a broken orbital and a broken arm is insane.
Right. Yeah.
But a scratch, that's cold. That might be the coldest one-liner in a post-fight interview ever, bro. With
Yeah.
a broken orbital and a broken arm.
Yeah.
What a wild fight, man.
Hooker just like continues to show how much fucking heart he has.
Yeah. Right.
Like we saw it in the Dustin fight, but this one was just completely different because he came back. He came back strong, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Jalen looked good at like the first half of the first round. Other than that, like that's when Hooker started to get comfortable. And at the end of the second round, when he had that choke in, just Jalen looked broken, dude. He didn't want to get up.
Yeah.
He did not want to get up. And fuck, man, Dan Hooker, dude. Yeah, honestly, I'd like him to. I'd like to see him fight RDA.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't think RDA has seen someone that strikes like Hooker. I thought Hooker did well on the ground with a taller, lengthy dude like Jalen. I think it'd be interesting, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that fight.
Yeah, I like. I thought in that second round when Dan had Jalen really hurt, and you kind of saw Jalen like yell. I thought it was gonna be like a triumphant yell, like "Let's fucking go!" But seeing how it went, it was kind of just like him realizing like fuck, why am I like so tired? And I thought he was just trying to get himself like pumped up, but man, did he just progressively just fall flat energy wise. But I mean, the dude still had heart to last that last round. But man, what a fight, dude. Those strikes are so nice. I could watch these two fight every single day.
It was like watching Hooker and Izzy spar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for Hooker, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I do want him to be matched up with other strikers because he is that person. I think Fiziev would be dope. That'd be a great fight.
Like that.
But for Turner, I don't know. I mean, he has made lightweight weight before. He's fought like 3 times, I believe, and he made weight pretty easily. But this one was a rough weight cut for him. I don't know if he should just take his time to bulk up to welterweight. He definitely has the frame for it. He just has to put on some muscle. But like his first fight was against Luque at welterweight and got knocked out. So I don't know. I do want to say that he should stay at lightweight, but I wouldn't be mad at the move to welterweight if it's a long turnaround for him to do that. But yeah, man, that fight was just everything that it was supposed to be, but even better. So I appreciate that from those two, and they had so much love for each other afterwards. Like you just can't beat that.
Yeah.
In the our middleweight fight, Robert Whittaker loses to Dricus Du Plessis in the second round TKO. This one was so heartbreaking. I could not believe my eyes when all this shit happened. What do you guys think about that one?
I was so sure. This week's apology, bro.
Yeah.
goes to all the South African, bro. All the South Africans, bro. I'm sorry, dog. All right. I never in a million years did I see Dricus beating Robert, especially not by the way he beat him was insane.
Mhm.
I definitely respect him a lot more. That real awkward style looked like it was giving Rob trouble. He didn't really want to advance. It looked like he would land some big shots and then kind of back off because Dricus would respond immediately from like a kind of an awkward position. Um, yeah, Dricus looked really good. Uh, that being said, bro, Izzy knocks him out in the first. So it really doesn't matter. To me, I'm happy, bro. I get the fight that I wanted probably.
That everyone
Well,
wants.
yeah, that
Yeah.
everyone wanted. You know what I mean? But yeah, uh, Izzy is not gonna not respect that weird style of his, but he's seen it before. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then Dricus being like, "Oh well, just take him down. I'll just take him down." Okay. I mean, like how many times have people been like, "Oh yeah, I'll just take down Izzy." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. Izzy KO in the first.
I mean, wasn't Vittori that guy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're all the tour, all of them. They're like, "Oh yeah, we'll just put Izzy against the cage and take him down." Okay, we'll see.
Like this loss, it, it doesn't get old, bro. Last time I felt like this was when Tony got kicked in his fucking head, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But man, seeing how much confidence DDP had throughout the week, bro, is just crazy. He wasn't phased at anybody, nothing.
Yeah.
He was confident he could do it, and I did see DDP. He did look like he gassed out a little bit at the end of the first,
Mhm.
but that I mean, for Rob to get rocked by a jab, bro, is crazy. It's so crazy. And yes, DDP could be gassed, but he's still so dangerous. That's
Right.
just a clear. I don't think you should put him against a guy like Vittori because he just went through Whittaker. Do I think he's ready for Izzy? No.
Mm.
I think Izzy destroys him.
That's too damn bad.
Dang, dude.
Too bad, dude.
I mean, for
The
me,
thing is,
sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go. Go. Go.
I was gonna say real quick, just like styles make fights. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that like, oh my god, I'm not pulling a LeBron, bro. Oh, I seen Dricus knocking out Robert the whole time, but kind of watching, he got caught with that jab. Rob got caught with that jab. Um, I think it was a combination of Rob style, that karate in and out style, combined with Dricus never looking like he's gonna throw a strike, but somehow throws a strike from these awkward positions. You know what I mean? Right, it looked like Rob just leaped in and he caught him with that jab on the way in, and it rocked him backwards. Styles make fights, but the way this DDP stance, unless he changes something, Izzy's gonna chew that front leg to pieces,
Mm.
But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think Dricus is ready for Izzy. I think that he is next in line for that fight because he just beat the ultimate gatekeeper of the middleweight division. If you make it through Whittaker, then
I
you
agree.
deserve that title fight.
I
Same
agree.
thing with like Max. If Arnold Allen beat Max the way Dricus beat Whittaker, then yeah, he deserves that title shot.
Yeah.
I I don't know, man. Like Dricus did look a little bit tired. I will say that, but the way he didn't look as tired as he used to, where he's like, it looked like he's fucking tired in those fights against like Till and Brunson. This one, he was just like, oh, okay, it's just like, of course you're gonna be tired in 5 minutes. Like that's just how it happens. But yeah, I mean, he was eating those shots from Whittaker. Nothing really seemed to phase him. He got that gnarly takedown at the end of the first, and he was able to open up a cut on Whittaker too. But like, I just can't believe that he lost to Rob. I just cannot believe that shit. That is crazy. How you guys feel about Izzy coming in? The king to me, he is the most cringiest fighter on this
Here's what I'll
planet.
say, bro. he has for sure entered the chat. He has entered top 3 most cringy fighters ever. I think him, still Cejudo, still Aljo. It's those 3, dude. I think, man. The thing is, the redeeming thing about Izzy is he has cool moments too. I feel like Cejudo and Aljo are just that way all the time.
Yeah.
Unless they're not doing that character.
Right.
Izzy is that guy. Like he's literally that guy all the time. That's why he has those cringe moments and cool moments. But I feel like Aljo and Cejudo are characters, so those are my top 3 cringe kings, bro. I'd say they're all even right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. And honestly, like Izzy coming in, he could have made that like he could have said the coolest fucking thing, but he chose to go that route.
Right.
Man.
Try to bait him into using the word, bro.
He could have done some like Muhammad Ali speech, bro, and just like welcomed him in to the realm, but he just went that route, dude.
Yeah, man. I did like Dricus's response of like, we may be from Africa, but I'm not your brother. So I was like, damn, Dricus, you're kind of cold.
Like some Wakanda shit, bro.
We're not gonna dwell into like the whole freaking why this fight is talked about, because me personally, I don't know my background in Africa history, so I
know my background in African history. When this fight happens, it better be like the scene from the first Black Panther movie where motherfuckers are singing, bro. Got to get all the African fighters around the cage. Them motherfuckers got to start doing the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, Richmond.
Yeah, man. I can't believe that shit. I am heartbroken by Rob Whittaker, dude. In the co-main event, Brandon Moreno loses split decision to Alexandre Pantoja. Another gnarly war for Brandon Moreno, man.
Yeah. Brutal. The weird thing, before I get into it, bro, I was thinking something the other day. Does Moreno get a rematch? I mean, he's 0-3 against Pantoja. Does he get a rematch? Mm-hmm. Even though that fight was, I don't even know. Does he?
I could see. If he does, I wouldn't be mad. If he doesn't, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay,
that's what I'll say.
I mean, this was fight of the night for me. Crazy back and forth. Whenever I thought Pantoja was out of it, dude, he would fight his way back into it and end up winning rounds. Crazy heart by Pantoja. I mean, from what I can remember, the most heart I've ever seen in a fight. I've never seen a guy take a whooping like that, dude, and still go out there. The mentality it takes to get pieced up like that and go out there and still win the round is insane, and still win the fight is insane. Mm-hmm. I will say this presents like a big argument for me for like new MMA scoring, because I felt like off back control time, ground control time alone, Pantoja won a lot of those rounds, getting those takedowns, winning those scrambles. It's hard to look back, especially ending the round on the back or ending the round on top. It's hard to look back at those strikes. And even though they were causing a lot of damage, the majority of the damage, I just think there should be a different system in place to take note of all those things. The 10-9 round in MMA to me is dead. It's so hard to judge MMA off a 10-9 scoring system. But great fight. Happy Pantoja won.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
That was an insane fight, dude. So much heart from both guys. And dude, Brendan looked good striking, right? He looked good, and he got dropped. And like, no matter how much success Moreno had on the feet, like you could see the determination in Pantoja's face, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He came here to win, and there's so many factors from this fight that you can judge off. There's like damage, significant strikes, the control, the ground control. Like the casuals can claim, like they can praise Robbie all they want, because like they do that every fucking event, right?
Yeah.
But you got to take into account how dominant Pantoja was on his back, bro.
Yeah.
And props to Jason Herzog for even letting them do their thing.
Right.
Yeah. A judge had it, what, 49-46 Moreno?
Yeah.
That is fucking absurd, dude.
Mhm.
That's the only way I could even see that is if he just did not take takedowns or ground control time into account
Exactly.
whatsoever. That's the only way,
Mhm.
which is completely wrong. But yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to base it off strikes and damage, like, yeah, clearly, yeah, sure, 49-46. But no, man, Pantoja was determined, bro. He was so dominant on the back, and you know what? That's Moreno's job on getting him off, and he couldn't.
Exactly.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, hats off to Pantoja, bro. He fought his fucking ass off. The post-fight interview, seeing like Burns, Teixeira, and Charles Oliveira celebrate, bro,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so fucking heartwarming to me. I love that shit.
Yeah. Real quick, where Pantoja like won the fight to me, like you would see it every single time, and the thing was like you could see it every single time. Maybe he'd shoot for a takedown, or they'd get into like a scramble. He'd win every scramble, win
Right.
almost every scramble,
Mhm.
and one that takes heart. You know what I mean? Especially when you're getting beat up on the feet. But dude, you got to win those in a championship fight. You have to win those, dude.
Mhm.
But yeah, he deserved it. Pantoja deserved it.
Yeah. It's crazy that Moreno broke his arm in the first round. And then he was able to just land these gnarly combinations off of Pantoja. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The week leading up, I was like, Moreno should take it. But then the day of, when I was making my pick'ems, I was like, man, I don't know what it is about Pantoja, but I feel like he's gonna win. Maybe it was because I had him 3-0. He was 3-0 against Moreno previously, but champions are different. I thought Moreno was going to be different. He is, of course, different, but Pantoja just might have his number. But man, I just love, like, before the fight was started, like when they were facing off against each other in the octagon, Pantoja just had that stone cold, like 1,000-yard stare. Like he knew this is the fight.
Bro.
Yeah, dude. This is the fight. Kill or be killed. And then just that after that post fight interview where he was like, my mom raised me and my siblings. Are you proud of me now, Dad? Are you proud of me? I was like, damn, bro.
Bro, coming out to Mini Man too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Shit,
that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say one more, like the mentality of Pantoja, bro. It's just insane. I can't speak on it enough, bro. It's insane. Like seeing him at the start of the first round before the fight started, 100% confidence. Like it was like he knew in his heart that he was about to go out and just stop this dude in the first round. He had beaten this guy twice. This is easy work. You know what I mean? Goes out there, has a good first round, but then start of the second looks a little bit tired. Start of the third, it looked like he knew he was in a dog fight. He was in a dog fight, but you can see on his face he's like, I'm a dog, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a dog, and he took it to him, bro.
Right.
It was an awesome fight.
Yeah, man. Even when the commentators are like, man, he used up a lot of energy that first round. He probably forgot that he has 4 more rounds to go to do this. And like I was like, yeah, dude, I agree. This dude is gonna be fucking tired, but man, what a fight.
Yeah.
Made a new fan out of me. A gnarly flyweight fight. I'm so happy that flyweights are getting all the recognition that they deserve. But yeah, so do you guys, what's your guys' opinion on a rematch? Roy Val should be next. Which fight would you guys rather see?
I like that. I like Royval. I like Royval, bro. Give Moreno another little like they did with Kai, a top guy that's right there. But throw some new blood in there. I don't want a 4-piece of. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but after he just got done with the quadrilogy over here, I don't want another 4-piece of Moreno.
obviously I'd like to see the rematch. I think Moreno deserves it, but I for some reason I don't see it happening.
I agree.
On paper, it's either Albazi or Royval. So I want to see Royval and Albazi go at it.
Okay, so you want
Just for
that title contention fight
Yeah.
to happen 1st. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, I'm not mad about it, but if Moreno is understanding that he's been in these fucking wars, split decisions or decisions never go his way. So yeah, I think Brandon should just take. He could easily fight one more fight, and then boom, he can.
I like Albazi. I like
do
Moreno
that.
Albazi.
Yeah,
I like that fight
exactly.
a lot.
You like that too.
Yeah, man, good things coming out of the flyweight division. And then our main event was Alexander Volkanovski, third round TKO against Yair Rodriguez. Very sad, very happy both ways. What are your guys' thoughts on the domination of Alexander Volkanovski?
Volk is just that guy, bro. He's him, bro. He's just that guy. I feel like I won't say like every generation, we have like these time periods of fighters who just look bulletproof, bro.
Yeah.
Like John, Mighty Mouse, GSP, where they're fighting all these guys that are so good in all these different ways, but they're beating them like however they want. Like wherever the fight goes, they're winning the fight. And if they're not winning the fight, they're fixing things in between rounds to win the fight the next round. You know what I mean? And Volk is just that guy right now. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like who I don't know who's beating Volk. Last time when I was like, oh, Topuria could hang.
Yeah.
If I could go back and like to show myself what I just watched, I'd feel dumb. But yeah, I don't know.
Volk did a great job closing the distance quick. You know, he closed the distance quick, and he was just big brothering him the entire time, bro.
Yeah.
And I do like how stern the ref was on Yair, putting his finger in the gloves in the cage, like. But like Volk's ground and pound too, it just continues to like impress me, man. I haven't felt that way about someone's ground and pound since like Alistair Overeem or like Tito, bro. Like that shit is just out of this world. But it was cool to see. Yeah, he was big brothering Yair, but to see Volk on the feet, constantly giving him different looks, like usually that's Yair doing that.
Right. Right.
But Volk's just that guy, bro. And I do like how Volk didn't hesitate to do a level change, take him to the ground, and just get the finish like that. Man, I don't know, man. Volk's a fucking monster, dude.
Dude, the start of the fight, even the start of the fight, dude, when he started switching stances, walking forward to stop the body kicks of Yair was crazy. Like that's such a high level striker. One that takes balls against a high level striker like Yair, because your defense and offense is not going to be the same from your weak side. But he still walked. That's insane. And another thing is, I didn't think the headbutt really. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Yair was fucking wobbly from the headbutt." I didn't think the headbutt really affected him that much. If he needed the time, he would have took the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the third thing, bro, Juliana Pena can fucking yell her little head off.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Here's like even the commentators like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that lady screaming? Oh, that's Juliana back there. That's crazy, bro. Coach Juliana, shout out to Coach Juliana, fucking 0-1.
I wish it were as simple as putting my fucking foot on Volk's hips and getting out like that.
Put your feet on his hands.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juliana. Wow.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how I really thought Yair had the answers to Volk's strengths, which was wrestling, and I thought Volk was gonna try and outstrike Yair too. But Josh Emmett wrestling is not the same as Volkanovski wrestling, you know? Like, Yair cannot position himself to get those gnarly elbows from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, as soon as in that third round when Yair was, like, you know, opening up a little bit more, he was landing these clean, crisp combinations on Volk. And then just when you think he's starting to get his momentum, he gets this gnarly check hook that ends up putting him out. Like, man, I just don't know who beats Volk in the
I wonder.
featherweight division.
I wonder. I mean, I don't think so because of how beefy he is, dog. But I wonder if he's ever considered cutting to 135 because that would be
Jesus
insane.
That would be
Christ.
hard, dude.
That would be insane. I mean, he has the frame for it,
Yeah.
and he used to fight at 170 whatever. That was a long time ago. But if he could cut to 35, there are a lot more good fights there for him.
That's
A lot more
crazy.
good fights there for him.
I really like that ending sequence too when Volk had him against the cage, puts in a knee, puts in the body, puts in the uppercut straight into a good takedown. Like, that's something you guys drill those, you know.
Yeah.
That is the most common drill for takedowns. But hats off to Volk, man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm never ever gonna doubt him again, ever. I just love Volk as a champion. I love Volk as a person. So, does he fight Islam again? Does he fight whoever has that lightweight belt again?
Give him. I would like to see. I say give him Ilya before Islam. I like Ilya before Islam. One more, and then I think he should fight because there's not really anybody else at featherweight for him right now.
Right.
Get Ilya out of the way so he's not. We don't hear him complaining for a year, and then go fight Islam.
Yeah.
I'd like to see.
I think if something goes wrong with Korean Zombie, as much as I don't want to see Max fight Volk again, you got to get through him first. If not, yeah, just Ilya and Volk. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Both guys are durable, so it'll be an interesting fight, man.
Yeah, or if Volk, or if something happens with Abu Dhabi, or maybe not. When is Abu Dhabi? That's close. Man.
October.
If something does happen with Abu Dhabi, Volk really didn't take that much damage. If he wants to slide in there, something happened with Islam, bro, and we got to see Ilya versus Max, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
I would not be mad at it.
Crazy, man. And it was, what was it, today? Volk is back #1 pound for pound. Deserves it. Never in my life would I have put John Jones as a #1 pound for pound in that list, but good on Volk. Let's talk about UFC Fight Night, Holm versus Silva real quick. We'll cover the co-main and the main event. And the co-main is a middleweight bout, Albert Duraev versus Park Jun-Yong. I'll go first with my predictions. I think Park Jun-Yong's wrestling is fucking amazing. His control, his ability to just hold a person down and not give an inch is really crazy good. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's going to win by submission, like second or third round.
Yeah, I like Park Jun-Young by decision. I mean, he's beat some pretty good guys. He beat Eric Anders, Marc-Andre Barriault, who, like, guys we hold in high regard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like him by decision.
I think a lot of people question Park on what he's most, what area of the fight he's most strongest in. I think he's just a well-rounded fighter, to be honest, bro. And on Albert's side, him too, man. Like, he looked great against Chidi. And before that, he fought Buckley, which, you know, he showed that he's willing to stand too. So this should be interesting, man. I think we'll see a finish by Park in this one. I'll say third round submission. Young Park.
Like it, bro. The Iron Turtle. My man.
What a name. That's a cool name, dog.
Um, next up, we got the main event: Holly Holm versus Mayra Bueno Silva. Holly Holm is coming after a was it uh decision win against Yana Santos back in March. Bueno Silva is coming off of a sorry submission win over Lena Landsberg back in February. A big step up for Mayra. Do you guys think Holly still has what it takes to become a champion? Because that's what she wants. She's not trying to.
I think she is. She's
People are trying to write her
effectively.
off.
I think she's effectively the gatekeeper right now. You know what I mean? Of that for sure right now, that division. I don't think. Maybe she can be at one. At one, yeah. I think with Nunes retiring, dude. I think she could make one last run for the title. Um, I think Holly Holm has good takedown defense. I think Silva's going to be looking for a submission, especially with like a shorter frame. She's going to try to put her against the cage, take her down. But I think Holly Holm has great takedown defense. I think she wins by decision.
Yeah, at 41 years old, like Holly still continues to show like how technical she still is. Um, Especially in her last couple of fights, like she still utilizes the jabs. She's great with the jabs and low kicks. They've always been a problem for her opponents, but I think her only problem here is just dealing with Silva's grappling. I think that's the biggest threat. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to be a problem for Holly. She's dealt with this before. I think she'll be able to keep her distance. Defend the takedowns. And just do her thing, bro. I think she'll get a decision win on this one.
Yeah. I think it's either a decision win for Holly or a submission win for Mayra if she gets the takedown.
Yeah, that's like the biggest question is like, will Mayra be able to take her down? That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I could see Holly circling out, picking her shots, putting in the leg kicks, stuff like that to just kind of stunt Mayra's takedown attempts. Man, this one's hard. I think I'll go with Holly. Mayra has had trouble with strikers in the past. She lost to Manon Fiorot, she's also a great striker too. So I will go Holly by decision. And I think they just need to an announcement has to happen where they just announce something for the bantamweight women's division to get those fighters excited for something, but I got Holly right now. We'll see. I'm not too sure.
My thing is like, I don't know, man. Like you said, you got to make it interesting. I think I know it's gonna sound like a rip off of everybody else, bro, but to do like a Grand Prix. Yeah. But like Bellator kind of does they'll throw the champion in the Grand Prix, but they'll also have a Grand Prix belt. So whoever wins gets both belts. Something like that could be interesting. Just something to get eyes on the division, so people know the names, they know the fighters.
Yeah, I agree. One last thing we gotta talk about. Francis Ngannou just announced this morning gets the fight that he's been asking for. Everything that he has been asking for, he has gotten so far. He is now fighting Tyson Fury in October, was it? Somewhere in Abu Dhabi.
Francis fumbled the bag in Ngannou.
What's your guys' opinion on this?
Guys, we're just talking, bro. Guys, at the start of the year, we're like, Francis going back to the sand mines, bro.
Yeah.
But I like it, dude. Do I think this is gonna be like a competitive fight? No, but it gets eyes on Francis. It gets eyes to the PFL, and Francis is still making a ton of money at the PFL after this fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have preferred if he could have done two. I think with him fighting Fury right off the bat, I think it's a one and done thing. I would have preferred Wilder, and
Yeah.
I think that is way more marketable than him and Fury, the two biggest punchers in the world. You could have marketed the hell out of that. It would have been massive, I think. But I still like the fight with Fury. People are gonna watch it. People are gonna buy it. It's gonna be cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just hearing that today, it's like, damn, this is the boxing match of the year. It's gonna
Right.
sell. It's gonna have a lot of eyes on it. I'm honestly happy for Francis. I really hope he puts up a great fight against Tyson. It's gonna be fucking hard, man. But yeah.
One more thing about I seen when the PFL Francis announced it, a lot of boxing purists were in the comments talking about why is Tyson fighting gimmick fights when he's still the lineal heavyweight champion of the world? Relinquish the titles if you're going to be fighting these retirement-like fights and stuff like that. Shut the fuck up.
Dude.
Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's a lot of talk. I'm a boxing fan, bro.
Mhm.
I love watching boxing, but this year has probably been the best year in boxing in maybe a decade, maybe 2 decades. There have been so many good fights this year, and you have the nerve this year to be like, why is it Tyson defending his title? Why is he fighting this
Yeah.
MMA guy? That's crazy. There's so many other good fights.
Yeah.
There's enough for everybody to eat, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I've learned throughout my life pretty much is that people in boxing, when they don't get what they fucking want, bro, they can be fucking nasty. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing with UFC. Like, Dana White's putting on fucking fights every single weekend.
Yeah.
Like, trying to crank out these cards. And we're still being picky. We're still like, damn, this card fucking sucks. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I understand. My thing is the big difference between boxing and UFC. The UFC has a contract that they have to oblige
Yeah.
to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to put on a certain number of events. So of course we're gonna get Holm versus Silva, UFC.
Hey, bro, be a good fighter, right?
Yeah, of course. But then in between those, you get the bangers like
Yeah.
tonight. You get the bangers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it evens out.
Yeah.
The thing with boxing fans is, I think, for years and years and years, they're tired of seeing fucking 8 division world champions fight Uber drivers. You know what I mean? And then maybe how it usually goes in boxing, at least outside of this year, was you'd get some guy who would run a division for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, not really fighting anybody that tests them. And then when it's time for them to get that one last big paycheck and retire, they'd fight the next up and coming guy, kind of just pass the torch, and that's how it would go. But now the best guys are fighting each other. Be grateful. The table's full. Be grateful. Damn.
Yeah, man. Fucking fans, bro. We're so picky. We're
Hey,
so
bro.
fucking picky.
The crowd on Saturday was nasty too.
Yeah. Yep.
My goodness.
Oh, bro, but is that never mind.
No one's happy, bro. No one's happy. That's what I hate about UFC crowds too. Except for when they go overseas, loud as fuck. They're just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But here in the States, bro, we're too privileged.
Too spoiled.
We're
Yeah.
spoiled. That shall wrap it up for this week. Next week we will talk about our reactions to Holm versus Silva, as well as talk about the UFC London fight card. Thank you guys for supporting. What are your guys' song picks of the week?
Feed Me Dope by Future.
Let me find out. Feed me dope.
I don't know, man.
Are we doing Sober October?
I'm down.
Okay.
We need to edit it because I don't drink. First of all, like that. So if we could do more, like make it harder for me, you know?
How about no fast food?
Okay.
Ah!
I can try that. I can try that.
Nobody speak. Run the jewels.
I will go with A by Losey Vert featuring Travis Scott. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace out.
Later.
Peace.
Hey, the double salute. Throw it up there for him.